Well, here we are in the place where it all began, some 25, 30 years ago or something ridiculous. My brain isn't really working. A long time ago anyway. And
long time ago.
I'd like to introduce Davey and Robin, the daddies of Red Jasper.
Good evening.
And thought we'd just have a little plough down memory lane and maybe a few things that people don't know about. You could say that the Shakespearean pair of albums were a departure from the previous Red Jasper material in that they were more planned, more of a complete unit. So what was the thought behind that and how did that come about?
It was pure self-indulgence. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, in the years leading up to that, we'd been gigging fairly heavily, so we'd just been playing shorter songs, just playing stuff to entertain and please people in pubs, basically. A lot of folk roots, and moving on to more rock-based stuff. But at that point, when the Shakespearean album time came, it was more of a case of, okay, well, let's just write an album. Let's concentrate on the music rather than whether it go down well as a 4-minute song in a pub or something.
So. Early stuff, David, we'd hijacked some old pastiche traditional folk song things that I'd done and turned them into rock music, and we'd also ended up writing some songs just for a rock band to go and play on stage. That was an expedient thing to do. It gave us material, but it wasn't some great driven thing. It was how do we have some songs that aren't other people's songs that we can go and play.
Mm.
And there was more preparation for these albums, I seem to remember, compared to prior albums, which Sting and the Tail, for instance, was largely gigging material that we knew pretty well inside out.
Mm.
So what particular memories do you have of the rehearsal and recording process over at Dave Wood's studio? if any.
Yeah,
it's all a blur.
Through the haze of alcohol, caffeine, and the like, there are some great memories. Dave Wood was very supportive, and I think gave us a belief that we were in the middle of making a really, really good album. He created a good atmosphere.
Yeah,
didn't he?
I mean, he's a great guy, and maybe there might be a clip of him people can see working with the band, but he did he did enable us to sort of produce our own work, but very supportive, very knowledgeable, was very experienced in dealing with the acoustic side of music as well as the more electric. So no, it was really good. It was really it's a rural location out in the middle of nowhere.
I enjoyed
Brilliant.
walking out and watching buzzards hunt. It was a good experience.
Mm.
I think he
I
contributed.
don't see any buzzards.
No, I'm a country boy, rather.
So now these are coming out again, all of these albums, but particularly these two for the purpose of this. These, what, I don't know, 18 years, something like that. This far on, how do you think the music stands the test of time?
Well, I've just listened to them prior to talking to you, actually, because I haven't listened to them for a while. And no, it's still good. I think they were never, and Dave will no doubt say something about that, but they were never fashionable in any case. They were written out of time. They were not following any particular trend in rock music, let alone pop music. So it didn't, what they sounded like didn't depend on the time in which they're written to a degree. So I think they still sound just as good as they did then. I was surprised actually when I listened to them back. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, I was looking at them the other day, and as you were both almost completely responsible for the writing on those two albums, bar a couple of bits of music I could pick out. How did the process between you evolve, particularly Midsummer Night's Dream, which I think was completely you two?
Well, Dave can start with that
Yeah.
one, because the core of it was a concept Dave came up with. So the Dreamscape one, which is the big central piece, so Dave can. Yeah, lots of bits of paper on the floor. So playing a mandolin and saying this is the section goes like this, and then I'll come up with a guitar part that emulated what the mandolin was doing, or added something else.
It really wasn't done like with bedroom digital recording equipment.
No, it was nothing, which is true actually. I mean, most of the case, you think about it now, where you can record, and we've done it ourselves on computers or even on 4-track. Nothing was even put on tape or cassette. Everything was just played,
white paper,
written down,
black spots, and
played,
black ink and fountain pen.
Rehearsed for a couple of weeks in some place in Gloucester, and then recorded it. And nothing existed on even cassette before that to shoot on.
Anyway, chaps, hopefully lots of people will buy this and make us not very rich.
Okay. We'd like to walk.
Yeah.
Indeed, yes.
Cheers.
Cheers.